I hope you are all ready to go for Gears Presents the Finale, sponsored by Amon Gerbach. 6 drivers, all with nothing to lose. Winner takes all here tonight. Points and stats, and much more in 5 minutes. All right, let's bring it in because we can. We're going to do it. Going to get it on right now. That's really McNasty. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finale of the Gears Cup Series. This is it, the big one, the season finale. After 24 weeks of chaos, crashes, miracles, and heartbreaks, more cautions than a Florida Walmart parking lot, and we finally landed here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Gears Presents the Finale. Brought to you tonight by the amazing folks at Amon Gerbach. Huge thanks to them for the continued support, because without them, I'd probably be broadcasting this thing with a potato, duct taped, using it for Wi-Fi. And tonight isn't just special because it's the finale. Oh no. We've got also a special guest in the booth. Arca Menards driver Brayton Laster is joining me, the Horseboat, to help call the action. Between his on-track perspective and my unfiltered nonsense, this broadcast is basically a demolition derby for your eardrums. Now the championship picture, absolutely insane. Front row Joe Stafford sits atop with 2,302 points. And get this, he is leading the championship without winning a single damn race all season. At this point, he is, instead of front row Joe, he is 0-win Joe, and yet somehow he's holding the trophy hostage coming into tonight. But don't get too cozy, Joey. Just 64 points separate the top 6. Hear how it stacks up at this time. In first right now, we have Joe, as I mentioned, with 2,302. Second right now is Aiden, number 82, Aiden Donahue. Showtime Donahue at 2,279. The 10 of Colby Hogan at 2,277. Mitten Hang in the 11 with 2,256. 87 of the Gary Owen with 2,250 points. And 20, the number 20 of Mike DeWalt with 2,238 points. Holy shit. There is a lot going on that I can't talk about at the moment, but thank you. 6 drivers, 1 race, 1 championship. That's tighter than skinny jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. This is the closest fight in Gears history. Somebody's walking out here tonight in Vegas a champion, and somebody else is walking out with a hangover and a story that they can't tell human resources. And when the checkered flag falls, don't you dare leave, because the Gears Racing League Awards are going live next right here. We'll hand out trophies, roast the drivers, and maybe even settle a grudge or two from all those caution-filled Wreckfest. And now, tonight belongs to Gears. Tonight belongs to Vegas. Tonight belongs to 6 drivers chasing glory in the closest championship battle we've ever seen. So buckle up, gamblers. This is Gears presents the finale at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, sponsored by our friends at Amon Gerbach, joined by Brayton Laster in the booth, and somebody's championship dreams are about to hit the jackpot while the rest crap out at the tables. Now, bringing in friend, professional fucking race car driver, the one and only Brayton Laster. Brayton, I know we don't have a cam on you, but I think we should do that at some point. Brayton, how are you tonight, fella?
I am fantastic here for the Gears Cup Series finale for the 3rd year in a row. It's pretty cool to see our relationship develop both on and off track. And every year, we get together, me, you, and the boys in September, and we crown a Gears Cup Series champion. And tonight, it's a pretty tight battle. Like I mentioned, one of the closest battles in Gears Cup racing history. So it's going to be interesting to see if Front Row Joe can finally get a win in the column. And it doesn't even have to be a race win, but a championship win.
Yeah, absolutely. And hold on before we get going. I got to do an HB drink time. We'll get back to the points in just a second. This is for the boys at Gears. For you, Brayton, I know you're probably not much of a drinker. You got to keep your skills sharp. I'll do that for you.
that makes sure to take enough sips there for the both of us.
Thank you. Again, we'll take a look at one more shot of the points. Joe without a win. 23 points ahead of Aiden. Now, Brayton, realistically tonight, we talked before the show, Gary and Mike needs a massive field to have any chance at winning this. Right now, looks like we are around 25 drivers, give or take. So that's a decent-sized field. It may or may not work out for them. It's kind of a Hail Mary shot at this point, as we'll take you live now over in the MeetYourMom.com blimp cam. Again, use promo code DVDVA for 50% off your first purchase. But anyway, how hard is Las Vegas? I mean, first of all, have you ever driven Las Vegas? If not, I mean, what do you think? I mean, the track conditions tonight.
Yeah, in Vegas track I've ever driven in real life. I've driven to the west part of the country, the Phoenix. That's about as far as west I've gone. I've raced a couple ARCA races out there. Although Vegas is a track that I love here on the iRacing platform. You can only take it full throttle flat out on fresh tires with a decent track condition. Speaking of the track condition, you brought that up. 80 degrees track temperature. So not super hot. You know, gonna be a nice, calm, cool, and collected track. Only 77 degrees ambient temperature. Time of day is 8:59 p.m.
Yeah.
So,
looks good. Again, tonight, you're looking at 134 laps of Gears Cup Series action. Again, 6-way run for the championship. Again, the closest we've ever had in Gears Cup Series history, and qualifying is about to take place. I hope you all are ready. Again, Brayton Laster in the house tonight. Happy to have you again for the 3rd year in a row. Have been doing Daytona with me earlier in the season, too. Had a chance to visit with you at Madison, which was a wonderful time. Again, if you guys come back next year, I'll definitely be there for that. Hopefully not in the role I was in currently, but maybe in the stands somewhere.
Yeah, definitely always have a lot of fun getting to hang out with you, if it's in person in real life or hanging out with a lot of the Gears guys. No, you weren't there back in May, Tom, but I got to meet a lot of the Gears guys in real life. That Charlotte, that was really, really cool to have them be a part of that whole weekend, and hopefully be cool with you again. Interesting development. Gary Owen with a issue of some kind. He's left the session as qualifying is getting ready to roll here. So already trouble for their driver that came in tonight 5th in points to see if he can get back in. He's got quite a bit of time if his cat ran across his computer, turned it off.
That is a crazy turn of events, man, because that would
take
us back from. Oh, thank God. Praise Jesus, we can move on.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Had us in the first half.
Again, we'll get you down to the track. Get you enjoying some Gears Cup Series action. Let's go out with the points leader, Joe Stafford. Looking like he's going to start lap 1. Again, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania man. hasn't won a race all year, but has been contending all year.
And sometimes, you know, that's you can go the Matt Crafton route. You don't have to win a race. It'd be nice if you did. It's been close. He's got 5 podiums on the season, close to this year. Second place back at Talladega on July 28th.
Speaking of second place, 29.37, good enough for the front row. Joe at the moment for Stafford. Jonathan Militia with the 29.35. Going around for lap 2, on to the backstretch goes Stafford. Looking hot. In that hood cam coming out of 3 and 4. Looks nice and smooth. Let's see what he has. Looks like 29.47 was last time. Good enough for third here tonight with a 29.37. Let's go to another contender. Colby Hell Yeah Brother Hogan. Aiden Donahue now taking the pole position with a 29.34. And Colby Hogan about to do his first lap onto the back stretch into turn 3 and 4. Again, a young man who likes to use the high side of the track. And it really doesn't matter where it is. He uses it all.
Yeah, you mentioned Donahue right now on that pole. Came in a nice second in points behind Joe Stafford. Colby Hogan on his second lap now, trying to maybe leapfrog, start up front. Regular season champion, Colby Hogan was.
Trying to do it with the 29.66. Good enough for 11th right now, but dropping down the leaderboard quickly, coming down the high side, turns 3 and 4. We're on the hood cam towards the front stretch. He's going to cross the start-finish line. Let's see what he's got.
Ooh, not that good, actually.
Not bad, but not great. 29.50, good enough for 8th right now as he goes to junk his car. Another contender. A guy who has finished runner-up a couple seasons ago. Seems to always contend, can never close the door. That man is Mike DeWalt. Trying to get his first championship in gears tonight. Needs a Hail Mary pass break.
Yeah, definitely going to need a lot of Hail Marys being sent, not just from himself to the front. I think it goes quick time by half a second, 29.288 for the man, the myth, the legend, Michael DeWalt. And he's still got more in his second lap coming around turn 2. See if he shuts it off. He's going to keep his foot on the gas, pedal to the metal through 3 and 4. See if he can go any quicker here. He's already got Donahue cleared by half a second, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Off of turn 4 of that bright yellow DeWalt machine. See what he's got in store for us, and then it's slower.
It's slower, but he only needed 1 lap to be good, and it's what counts. He is on the front row right now, Mike DeWalt.
So he needed to come in here with a bang, and he is kicking it off with that pole ward. 1 bonus point. That's 1 point that can't be taken away from you no matter how your race goes.
And that is so important coming into tonight. Right here, right now, getting that. He's in 6th. He needs all the points he can get. Getting that bonus point would be amazing for him, and it looks like he might just get it.
I don't need a lot of help.
Lots of help.
But starting first definitely is going to help your efforts for sure. And I don't really see anyone else that might be able to dethrone him. No one else is really even on track right now. So as qualifying coming to a close here with 10 seconds left, Michael DeWalt, Aiden Donahue, 2 playoff drivers on the front row.
And let's see if we can talk to both of them. We're going to get one for sure. Let me see if we can grab him real quick. If this will agree. Hold on just a second. You're just joining us here. It looks like we're only going to get talked to the pole sitter. Mike DeWalt getting that bonus point at a crucial point in time. Well, we won't leave you too long here. I know you got to warm up, but how are you feeling coming into Vegas here tonight?
I feel really good about that lap. Definitely put in some practice over the weekend, so looking forward to the race. I feel like I'm the car to beat. I know we got some big hitters all around me, but I feel like I'm prepared to win this race, and whatever happens as far as championship is what happens. But I'm totally focused on just winning this race tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a journey for you again, ending that winless drought here this season, and at an important time. Do you feel like there's enough in the group tonight to kind of push you over the edge, or are you just going to let the cards fall where they may?
I don't think I have a choice. The cards are just going to fall where they may. Luckily, we have a good amount of drivers in the field, so if someone has troubles, they're going to lose a lot of spots and a lot of points. But, I'm just going to control what I can control and go out there and do the best I can.
You know, the one thing you and I have a connection is, I think I've got it, Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's right.
Good, congratulations, Mike, at getting the pole, and best of luck to you tonight here in the finale.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You as well. Brayton, I sort of boxed you out with asking questions there as we were getting close on time. Brayton, any final thoughts tonight? And if you have a pick in mind, I know, you're just coming into this a little bit, but who do you got? Who would you mark down? Who would you place a bet on if you could tonight?
As far as winning the race, I think Mike DeWalt's going to get the job done. He started the playoffs with a bang, back with a win at Daytona a couple weeks ago, back in early August. So, I think he's going to be able to get the job done tonight. Will it be enough to lock up that championship? I don't think so, unfortunately. He's going to need a lot of help, outside help, that is, of drivers like Stafford, Donahue, and Hogan, all having issues of some kind. I'm sitting here running the numbers as we speak, and he's going to need an early wreck to take out some of those front runners. But the good news is they all kind of start around one another. So, wreck up front, knock out the 3 guys in need, and Mike DeWalt might find himself celebrating a championship tonight.
Trying to bet on black, hoping Lady Luck will call your number. Mike
I don't think
DeWalt,
we're betting on black here, Tom. I think we're betting on green.
Bet on green, bet on yellow, bet on whatever color that Mike DeWalt wants, because he's going to need it here tonight for Gears
Life
Presents the
savings
finale.
all in.
Again, this race is sponsored by Amon Gerbach, and don't forget to tune in after the post-race show. We're going to go right into the Gears Award Show, which we have 5 winners of some titles that we have. We've got Cleanest Driver here tonight, Most Improved Driver, Biggest Mover of the Year, and we've been around long enough to now we can have Rookie of the Year and then Driver of the Year, as well as, last but not least, crown our Gears Cup Series champion. So, with that being said, warm-up is just about complete. We will get down to our grid walk in just a moment. Grab a beverage. You got 30 seconds. Let's go. All right, we are set and ready to go for the Gears Cup Series and the grid walk here tonight for Gears Presents the Finale, sponsored by Amon Gerbach. And on the front row here tonight, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mike DeWalt, trying to capture his first championship. Outside of him in the 82 Golden Black TH Designs machine, Aiden Showtime Donahue. In row 2, we have the 19 of Keaton Salyers, that body armor Ford Mustang. In the 69 Toyota Camry Coors Banquet Beers, we have Jonathan Militia. Row 3, we have the 57 points leader Joe Stafford. And the 5 of Connor Rowe. Row 4, we have the 45 of Jacob Malone and the 96 of Christian Taylor. And rounding out your top 10 and top 5, the 1 of Austin Dowdy and the 10 of Kobe, hell yeah, brother, Hogan. Kicking my man Brayton for the rest of the field.
That's a tough crowd.
Kicking it back to my man Brayton for the rest of the field. My bad, I was muted. Go ahead.
So you've already covered the first 10. I got covered the next 10, but I couldn't hear the first 10.
That's all right. I already said it. So Min Hang, Austin Thomas, I fucked up, and that's my fault. Robert Cello, Floyd Stewart, Jay Cook, Joseph Enright, Gary Owen, Jesse Becker, Brad Gutierrez, Ethan Wisnowski, Kyle Munson, Stephen Jr., Ryan Robertson, and Christian Ruck Regal. Again, I am so sorry. Brayton, that was meant to be. And that's our field. Got guys serving EOLs as they get lined up. But again, I got a lot going on here tonight. Again, I've said sorry to Brayton like 40 times already before this has gone off. But Brayton,
I was like, man, we're rolling off here. It's awfully quiet.
Yeah, it's awfully quiet. And I thought you could hear me because I couldn't hear you. But again, sorry for that, folks. We are still amateurs, and it's amazing that I'm doing this. What's up, Stale Pringles? What's up, everybody in the chat? I haven't looked at it as much as I'd like, but here we go. We are getting ready for green flag action. Mike DeWalt, Aiden Donahue, Jonathan Militia, Keaton Salyers, your top 4. Connor Rowe, Joe Stafford, Christian Taylor, Jacob Malone, Colby Hogan, Floyd Stewart, all these guys up here getting ready to lay it down one more time for the Gears Cup Series. Pace car is off. Gears presents the finale is on. Sponsored by Amon Gerba. Three wide with Colby Hogan, Floyd Stewart, and Christian Taylor. Looks like gonna get sorted out nicely.
Trying to hang on. Powering running outside. It's showtime for the 82. He will get that first lap led, which is what every bonus you get bonus for leading the lap. You get a bonus for leading the most. You get 2 bonus points for leading the most.
Every lap is important here, especially if you are a contender, and it's not what you like to see if you're Mike DeWalt. You don't want him leading any laps. DeWalt, Donahue, Salyers, Militia, Stafford, your top 5. But DeWalt now has established himself out in front.
And DeWalt might not be in position to win a championship, but he's going to make up some great points on those drivers behind him. Aiden Donahue and Keaton Sawyers now second. And as Sawyers falls back to 4th, Jonathan Militia enters his podium party.
Jonathan Militia, the main thing that you love about him is his attitude and the way he goes about his business. The bad thing is, it's been hard for him to put consistent races together. Part of that Road Soda Motorsports team, they've done work this weekend to be prepared for Monday night at Vegas, and it seems to be working well, at least early in the run so far. What's up, Smoke?
We'll have to see how well these guys make the tires last. They have 4 sets of tires in the pits for 134 laps. That is not a lot of rubber. You got to throw in your back pocket and use it for a rainy day.
Conservation may be the key, but we will find out here again. 5 laps in of 134 of the finale, final week of the season, final race of the year. Again, the guy we're looking at, guy we're riding on board with right now is Joe Stafford. I gave him the name Front Row Joe just because I love Front Row Joe Nemechek back in the day. But Joe winning it, could win it without having to win it all. A solid finish here tonight. Top 5, top 3 may seal the deal.
Seems everything is freezing on my computer. We're back at it. Connection issues. I got too many tabs open. Running some quick mathematics. Looks like a top, anywhere from a top 7, top 8 finish for Joe Stafford. Should lock up the championship without any bonus points. When you cover bonus points, top 5 should for sure lock him up. He's actually falling out the top 5 as we speak. He'll fall all the way back to 7th. Heck yeah, brother Colby Hogan goes around.
57 in a little bit of trouble. Connor Rowe right on his tail, coming out of 1 and 2 on the back stretch. Connor Rowe won a couple of weeks ago, and my favorite meme came out in the Discord chat of him when he was little with a little cowboy hat on, that said you just got beat by Connor Rowe, and that's pretty hilarious. And I love it. One of my favorites.
Pretty good. Take a quick second look back at the driver all the way back in 15th. Gary Owen, your lowest of your championship eligible qualifiers, started all the way back in 18th. Picked up 3 spots in the first 8 laps. Kind of Sunday cruising right now as Ryan Robinson behind him, up 8 spots already in that Q machine.
I think for Gary, just because he's seen what happened last week, some early trouble spelled doom. I think he's taking it easy until it's crunch time. Gary knows how to race Las Vegas. He feels good about it, I'm sure. But taking, kind of a low-profile look as we get this thing underway. Again, only 9 laps in. Your leader right now is Mike DeWalt. Second right now is Keaton Salyers. Aiden Showtime Donahue third. Jonathan Militia fourth. Kobe Hogan third. Apparently, I don't know the top 5. DeWalt, Salyers, Donahue, Hogan, and Militia, your top 5 currently. Let's ride on board with the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Again, Mooresville, North Carolina native, looking for love if you're available.
Gears Dating League.
That's right. Gears Dating League, round robin. Not going to take that further, Brayden. All right. I'm just playing. But seriously, though, if you're in Mooresville, call this guy. He loves the ladies.
No, never mind. I got a great one-liner there lined up, but we will save it for another day.
Yeah, we've got tails. Let's look at Rob Rossello Jr. in the 77 NZXT Ford Mustang, our in-race reporter. On the back bumper of the 5 of Connor Rowe. One of the biggest movers of the night. Biggest mover.
Rowe, where'd he gonna go?
I don't know where he's going to go. He might go home. Beautiful TH Designs machine there. I like it.
I'm a big TH Designs guy. It's funny you bring that up. And Robert Sell trying to design his way around Connor Rowe. Where'd he going to go? But
he's so hard to pass. Connor Rowe, I think if we had most difficult driver to pass, he would be in that category. He'd
be there.
He'd be there for sure. Oh! Militia going to the inside of Aiden Showtime Donahue. Getting a little hot and heavy here up front. Maybe not as intense as we thought it would be, but that was close, getting around the nose of the 82 going backwards. Starting in second, now currently in 5th.
looking at some of these interesting stat lines coming in tonight, Gary Owen was a driver that stuck out to me. Not only as one that, was shocking that he was doing so well in the season, and not to take away from Gary, but you want to talk about a Kyle Larson style driver. Records or checkers, he has more, or actually has the same number of finishes in the top 3 from first, second, or third. So he has 10 podiums, and he also has 10 finishes, 10 or worse, with 6 of those being 20th. So he's either in it to win it, or he's not having a very good day.
It's either all or nothing. Let's take a look at Storm Motorsports, because they seem to be right near each other in 12th and 13th. Jesse Becker, one of the top 12 contenders into the playoffs, quote-unquote technically eliminated, but has had a great year in his first year in Gears.
He has, actually trying to beat out a couple guys behind him and maybe catch Mike DeWalt. DeWalt came in, though, 199 points out of his chances. As mentioned, mathematically eliminated from the championship. Still move up, though, get some bragging rights.
Definitely. I mean,
big driver that's trying to race, Jacob Malone came in just a couple points ahead of him. Malone is doing pretty good.
Jacob Malone, he's a young guy, one of those exemptions into our league. Oh, a couple guys smacking the wall. Looks like Storm. But Malone has really elevated his game. He started in Sprocket, started in Cup, kind of, I think, the midway point of the year, and really has pointed, I don't know how you say it. He made his way into the playoffs. He really pointed his way in. If I could say that, I don't know if I'm speaking English. We're going to just go with that. But he did a great job at finishing well and earning enough points to earn him a spot in the playoffs. There we go, Brayton. I got there. 6th grade English class.
Hey, sometimes it's not about the result of the journey, but the journey.
We have Notre Dame in the booth tonight. Brayton Laster has exited. Going to share with you some psychological insights.
We're getting deep. We're not as deep that Colby Hogan is sitting around Michael DeWalt.
Yeah.
But almost deep as Colby Hogan sending it, heck yeah, brother, run outside into turn 3 for the lead on lap 19.
Giving her hell. Again, that highline he loves to ride. Darlington, he was really, oh! Mike DeWalt smacking the wall, trying to close the door on Hogan, and Hogan does the old switcheroo, goes to the inside. And is now the lead.
Inside to the lead. Yeah, what a move. All the way to 10th on the grid. I said, Colby Hogan, what a terrible qualifying effort. It was the 16th worst qualifying effort on the season of 24 races coming into the night. Look at that.
He is on his horse and ready to go. He is your new leader here tonight. Again, the points leader, points quote-unquote champion of the regular season. Led the way pretty much through the whole playoffs, except for the final few races, and he was absent last week. Labor Day kind of caught some people by surprise and could not make it for obvious reasons. But leading the race here right now. And this is a good segue into our first Loose and Loud. Want to give our advertisement, our sponsors, some love. Lamont Gerbach, Loose and Loud, here you go for Gears Presents the finale. it back in now out of the Loose and Loud, sponsored by Amon Urbach. Again, thank you for your support. Colby Hogan in first, Mike DeWalt second, Jacob Malone in third, Aiden Showtime in fourth, and Jonathan Bishop rounding out your top five, and then Min Hang, Keaton Salyers, Brad Gutierrez, Rob Rosello Jr., and Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10. Right now, you got a little over a half second between these two contestants. Jacob Malone in third, probably another second back behind them, and smacking the wall hard. And it seems like some of these drivers are doing that here later in the again. And Tom Troyer getting the horse boat alongside Art Menard Series driver Brady coming back again for the finale. He'll be back with us in a few moments. Riding on board now with the 69 of Jonathan Bishop, currently in fifth, having a good run here so far. From what I know here, the fuel window's about 42 to 44 laps, so they will probably have to pit 3 times here tonight. And from what I have learned through others, able to ride on this tire for a long time if they can take care of it. With having that kind of fun, I think they can short fall in line with the rest of the team. 42 to 44 laps. We're getting close to that window here now. We'll have to get back there and talk about it again. They were on lap 84 and 88. Again, bring it down out of the Loose and Loud. Riding on board with Jonathan Militia. Aiden Donahue has now risen back up through the leaderboard, currently fourth. Lowest, I would say about 7th or 8th here tonight. Again, that gold and black 82 TH Designs machine, trying to go for that championship. Trying to, I don't know what they say, farm that aura, that championship aura. Aiden Donahue definitely has that going for him. $37 in of 134. Early predictions, we are in for a hell of a conclusion if this is the way it's shaping up right now. Again, with the Gears Cup Series, Gears Racing League, we do not do stages. So it's like classic NASCAR where you're experiencing, if it goes green, it goes green. We're not stopping the show for a stage caution. Now, some people like stage breaks, some people don't. I'm a traditionalist. I love the full-length race. Give me the full-length feature if you got it. Again, Colby Hogan, Mike DeWalt, Aiden Donahue, Jacob Malone, Jonathan Militia, your top 5 currently with Min Hang, Brad Gutierrez, Keaton Salyers, Connor Rowe, and Rob Rosello Jr. Let's talk about Brad Gutierrez with that USF Bulls 84 Chevrolet Camaro, a guy who did not, or is not a contender here this year for the championship, but I believe if he sticks it out, he will be a championship contender in the future at Gears. Again, a well-liked person by the community, well, most of the community, and just a damn good driver, good repo player too. And currently running in 7th and our biggest mover of the night, started in 19th, currently up 7th. But the story now is all about Colby Hogan. Colby Hogan was your regular season champion, your points leader. Going into tonight, we will flash it real quick if we can. What if I have this set up here? Do I or don't I? Nope, I don't. That's definitely not it. As we've got pit stops, we'll transition quickly in to the points race as this is coming in tonight. Colby Hogan is about 25 points back, so he needs Stafford and Donahue to have worse of a night rather than him. Victory would suit him well. Again, he is on pit lane. Mike DeWalt out in front currently. Looks like he's not going to pit either, which is going to put Colby Hogan a lap down. See where his, yeah, it looks like just coming out of pit lane. Again, this will all work out in the wash. What I'm kind of surprised to see is that Road Soda Motorsports Jonathan Militia did not stay out with his partner. Again, I know this is not a super speedway, but it definitely, team play comes into effect. Again, Neurospike, good evening. Good evening. Looks like DeWalt's going to pit this time. Donahue going to assume that lead, heading into the pit window of 42 to 44 laps. Neurospike says, evening, folks, the full Monty, as it were. Yes, it is. It is all out, shaft and all. And while we are running, noted for October 7th, the ISRL comes to Horseboat, to the channel that is the Horseboat, here on Twitch.tv. The debut of the In-N-Out 160 and Honor Club right here on Twitch.tv/Horseboat. And you see mid-hang going through the pits. Aiden Donahue staying out. And getting towards the end of our pit window, as it were. So they're going to have to pit here soon. And it looks like he is about to do so. Will Jacob Malone join him? Yes, he will. Keaton Salyers, Jesse Becker going to take the lead. That 5150 LLC Toyota Camry out in front, leading a lap, getting a bonus point, and that's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it is. That's how it goes. Again, Rob Rossello Jr. giving out the community sub gifts. I don't know why he would do such a thing, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I know why. He's just a good dude. Joseph Enright in that Giants number 7. Ruck Regal in, Aiden Showtime Donahue coming out. Colby Hogan, assuming, will be your leader once he comes back around.
And the cycle green flag pit stops finally coming to a complete cycle here, Tom. Colby Hogan, like I said, should be their leader. Jonathan Lislow right in his tire track, give or take. A little bit.
Yep, as you see everything starting to change hands on your telemetry, Colby Hogan has now resumed the lead. Mike DeWalt in second with Jonathan Militia in third. Cool thing about this whole race here so far is, knock on wood, I'm not being Joe Buck, but no cautions. We've been able to enjoy this race. Yes, knock on it. I gotta say, so I met Shelby at Madison, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm not going to tell you, but we did bond over one common thing. And I think if you know, I know, you know, she knows. But you got yourself a good one there, Brayden. She's a nice person. She is awesome. I'm sure she's fiery, you know. But you need that in your life, right? You need a little bit of that. Definitely awesome. It was great to meet Shelby. She's good shit.
Shelby shout out on the stream here.
Shelby shout out. That's right. That's right. Don't live tweet this race, please. I don't need it. I don't need this. Thank you.
No. Shelby says she has no comment to that out of the stream, but that's really nice.
Yeah, no comment in public. We'll talk later. Seriously, kind of funny though how that happened. But Colby Hogan is out in front. Mike DeWalt, Aiden Donahue, all playoff contenders. Jonathan Militia is not. But again, out in the world with Coors Banquets and Marlboro cigarettes, I wouldn't be in contention either. Brad Gutierrez in that USF Pulls machine. I don't know where I'm going with half these jokes, Brayton. You're just along for the ride. Min Hang right there in 6th. Jacob Malone in 7th. Keaton Salyers in 8th. Austin Thomas and Connor Rowe rounding out your top 10. And Brayden, if you've got anybody has impressed you here tonight that may not be Mike DeWalt, who would that be?
Colby Hogan, like I mentioned, not a very great qualifying effort. We saw that firsthand, and it didn't stop him one bit. He was back out front and in command of this race very early on. He has not really looked back since. We'll have to see maybe some of those drivers that stayed out a little bit later, how they start to work their way back up through the field, or even if they do, last time by though, Mike DeWalt, he put a little bit later than Hogan. He's a little bit quicker. Last time by, as we'll see the update there. Yeah, Mike DeWalt. Yeah, once again, a little bit quicker, a tenth quicker than Colby Hogan DeWalt is. So we'll see if that maybe shakes things up. But there were guys that pitted, 4 or 5 laps later.
Right.
I don't really see anything sticking out.
Well, the thing about Colby Hogan is that he is a guy that, honestly, we have a generational difference. He says shit that I don't understand. But he's a guy that I've noticed on the track, if he's not great at it, he's learned to adapt through other drivers, learning how to drive in race. Like, I've seen him do that, where, like, at first you're like, nah, he might be a mid-pack guy, and before you know it, he's a top 5 contending for a win. So his ability to adjust on the fly is probably what sets him atop the others here tonight.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. When he lets a race come to him, he will tackle it, however he sees fit, and he'll adapt to stick with one game plan. He doesn't want to qualify in the mid-pack, but, he kind of just drove through the field like there's no problem. But now he's got Mike DeWalt knocking on his back door. It doesn't matter if he doesn't want to let him in. Mike DeWalt, well, he's got a chainsaw, I'm sure, DeWalt branded, just cut right through it.
Running along on board with Mike DeWalt again, getting quicker, closing the door on that golden bumper of Colby Hogan. Toyota Camry's out in front and dominating again. Hogan, DeWalt, Donahue, Malone, 4 out of the top 5 playoff contenders. Mike DeWalt needs everybody basically to finish dead last. Again, if you're the Chicago Bears, you're just throwing up a Hail Mary, which will probably what you'll do tonight. Talking a little bit about football since we have time and we've got material to fill. What about them Colts? You have the cringiest anthem in the world, but then you have Danny Dropping Dimes Jones or Daniel Jones, wherever you want to call him. That pass to Pittman was great. I mean, a little ahead of him, but
they're all great.
Signs of things to come, I believe, in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I was a little skeptical, coming into the night. Or coming into this weekend with Danny Jones, but he definitely impressed me. He silenced the haters, silenced the doubters, now it's hopefully making the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, you gotta go back. You gotta have consistency, right? So we'll see what happens next week. I know we're not going to talk next week about it, but is Richardson's time done in Indianapolis? You think?
Oh, that's a sensitive subject, and I don't know, to be honest. I
know you didn't say that, but it just sounds. It's kind of like he hasn't played well enough to keep his spot, and if Daniel Jones can beat him, I mean, I don't know.
Well, hey, we're winning games right now. That's what's important.
That's exactly it. You got Jonathan Taylor, which I'm pretty jelly of. Out in front still is Colby Hogan. You have Mike DeWalt, Aiden Donahue, Jacob Malone, and Brad Gutierrez, your top 5. Jonathan Militia, Minhang, Keaton Salyers, Austin Thomas, and Connor. Don't throw away them pillows, row. Rounding out your top 10, let's go with the check on where the hell is Joe Stafford. Joe Stafford currently in 12th right now. Brayton, if you're Joe, are you concerned at this point?
Looking back, we mentioned he's top 5 to lock it in, but that's an easy route. That's if you don't want to sweat a little bit. Right. Behind him, Aiden Donahue, which came in like 2nd points, currently running 3rd. That might be enough. You gotta kind of sit here and account some of those bonuses and whatnot. But I would tell you right now, actually, if it is,
he's got to get on the horse, Brayton.
Yeah, it's a 27-point difference. So right now, Donahue's got it. Colby Hogan also is in front of him point-wise, being their leader and currently leading the most laps. So he's going to have to pick up a couple spots here. He doesn't have to pick up many, but just a couple to get back in this race.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the top 3 because right now they are about to get in a sparring match. 82 trying to catch that back bumper of the 20. The 20 has caught the 10. and it is about to go down here in the next lap or two, or they may play it safe. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm not a driver. I'm in the booth. But I know these guys know how to play the long game, but how important is it right now if you're Mike DeWalt trying to get around Colby Hogan to get most points, at least something to take away from Colby's performance here so far?
Oh, man, I don't really know, you can take away the points from Hogan. I don't think it's really going to help you. Like, Mike DeWalt's kind of in La La Land. He started playoffs with a bang and had a rough outing a couple weeks ago, but he needs the misfortune of others to really lock in and win a championship. Although if he can go here and win a race, win the championship race, something we've seen him contend in this spot every season. DeWalt is a front runner here at Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that makes you feel a little bit better about your playoff run. It makes you also go back and say, man, what if? What if we didn't have that bad run there? What if we didn't have a bad run here?
Now, Brayton, I know you've been around here for a few years. You've seen how our operations go. You've seen some of our drivers. I mean, am I wrong to say it's, I'm already excited for 2026 for some of these drivers that we brought in that came in either, partway through the season, midway through the season. This core group of drivers from 2025 going over in 2026, I think that's also something to be really excited about.
100%. The group has really grown every year, and we might lose some drivers, but we gain drivers that are just as good, if not better. So I'm excited to see what comes in 2026. I know there's a lot of shaky things with iRacing. They're talking about new tire models, and doing a revamp of the oval and all that. NASCAR 25's coming out, so that's going to be a fun platform. I don't know if Gears might do some fun runs. You guys originated back on the Heat platform, so that'd be cool to maybe see a Gears sprocket go to the NASCAR 25. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
That would be
I don't
fun.
remember leaking anything that's been discussed already, but that'd be funny if it was.
No, you have not. We really haven't gotten into discussions of 2026 looks like. And just so people know, and for you to know as well, Brayden, at the end of the year, again, we listen to a lot of the drivers' feedback, what they love, what they don't love, what we can improve upon, things of that nature. So we send out a survey every year to all the drivers to get their feedback, and we take that in up until about Christmas or so. And then we take that data, we take all of January, kind of mesh, kind of mold what we want our season to look like for that year, and then we present it to the rest of the group, kind of listening to what their wants and what their needs are. Now, it doesn't appeal to everybody, but we try to get everybody's feedback to understand where the direction of our core group is going. So anybody incoming through that with decisions already made, unfortunately that is what it is for that particular season, but we do listen to our drivers. That is the utmost importance to why Gears Racing League, the Gears Cup Series, has been able to be sustained for now 5 years strong.
And we love it. We love to see that. We love to see an admin group as strong as the Gears guys. You guys are an awesome group of guys, and you like to believe not only in your own beliefs, you guys follow your own rules, but also listen to their criticism or critiquing of or suggestions of your driver. And that's what I think makes a good league, guys. Actually, look back at the top three real quick. We step away for a minute. Jacob Malone, round to walk. Colby Hogan still out front and in command. And Aiden Donahue and Brad Gutierrez joining this podium party. They're both going to try and get around Michael DeWalt now in third. Donahue, a driver that came in tonight second in points, remember? Talking about him having a decent run, kind of been hanging around this top three all night long. So he can go and get the championship. You don't have to beat Colby Hogan, though, to do it. Currently in front of Joe Stafford, who's currently running 12th. But Hogan is a man on the podium in first.
Brayden mentioned, I love seeing all these playoff drivers, again, riding on board now in clean air with Colby Hogan. To see all these playoff drivers near the front, to be in that moment. Again, it's a championship race. This is different than a lot of different sports. Again, in baseball, in football, basketball, not everybody is involved in the championship, right? You got guys, you got golfers, you got things like that that may be able to relate. But NASCAR, especially Gears here, it's a little bit unique. Everybody's still a part of it, even though they may not be in championship contention. Everybody still is here and participating. And that's awesome here for Gears tonight and for these drivers to show out and run a really good race. Again, tonight, if you're just joining us here live, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Alongside me, Brayton Laster, ARCA Menard Series driver and iRacing extraordinaire. Again, broadcaster across multiple series he's appeared on. And again, always happy to have him in the booth.
I love being here. I love helping you guys out. You guys are fantastic to work with. You guys put on a great show every time I tune in. And speaking of a great show, some contact being made for fourth between Brad Gutierrez and Michael DeWalt. They're getting the nail guns and the baseball bats out. It's Gutierrez going around Michael DeWalt, your Pulitzer, who now falls back to that 5th position.
Let's talk about this for a second. So if you're Mike DeWalt, are you kind of playing the long game here? I mean, I'm not trying to look into my crystal ball too much, but dropping off a few spots like this, I feel like he's in conservation mode right now.
I mean, I'm not really sure. We saw had a lot of the early run speed after the green flag pit cycle there. It's kind of fallen off a little bit now, so I don't know if he's just trying to baby it to the finish, get a good point today, move up a few spots if he can, but, you know, he's still mathematically eligible for that championship. He's going to need a lot of help, currently not getting it, but not having the run I think that he was wanting either.
Now, before we go into our next Loose and Loud, we'll hang out here with Min Hang, take a look at his car. But your future, you told me in the pre-show before we came on air here tonight, you had a busy season, a lot going on, and I'm not going to dive into much of that. But, you know, 30,000 feet, looking up above, as a whole, full-time driver in Menards ARCA Series, how are you feeling at this point of the year?
You know, we're currently sitting 8th in points, and you know that sounds fine and dandy. 6 is not out of the road. 7 is very reachable. We just need a couple of these final 4 races to go our way. We're coming to the Bristol Motor Speedway this Thursday for my first trip to Bristol. So hopefully we have a good run. But we're sitting, I think, 10th or 11th in owner points right now too. That's where the money's at. So we're gonna try to pick up a couple spots. I think we can definitely pick up 2 or 3 spots there.
Now, I don't want you to leak anything, so if you can't tell me to go fuck myself. Again, I can say this on my show. I can say whatever I want. Do you have anything for next year lined up as far as, like, moving up at all, or are you still staying the status quo at this point?
I mean, I've talked to a lot of people, and that's one thing about being a driver, kind of in the position that I am. You know, it's a lot of talks behind the scenes with more competitive teams, with, you know, lower competitive teams in the upper level like Constructor or Xfinity. It's you know, trying to decide, do you want to choose quality over quantity? Do you want to kind of stick to the same game plan you've got? I haven't really talked to too many people though. I'm at a point where, you know, I love driving race cars, and at the end of the day, that's all I want to do. But the sacrifices that I'm having to make to do as the caution comes out for the first time tonight.
And we saw that live here on Gears. Let's
Ron Robertson around.
Back. Yeah, let's rewind that back. See what we can see here on the Gears Cup Series. It's replay powered by Amon Gerbach. Yeah, and it looks like Kyle and Ryan battling for position a little bit before as we were watching live. Let's go to the overhead right here. Give me a second and I'll figure it out. Brayton, I don't know if you want to break this down, but you can go ahead.
Looks like that they're going to get a little bit loosey-goosey going through 1 and 2, and you know, when you get loose like that, there's really no warning, no heads up, and then Kyle Munch, I don't think, got the memo as well.
Yeah, kind of finished him off.
Get to the left rear. Yeah, I don't think. An interesting point, they were coming up on the green flag, another green flag pit cycle. Gary Owen had just pitted.
Oh.
So he got stuck 1 lap down, so we'll have to see where he cycles through. I believe he will get a waiver. We got one driver going through the grass.
That's amazing.
Sure,
watching this replay again, no harm, no foul. Again, the first caution here tonight. Again, Robertson getting a little loose, getting those roof flaps up. Haven't seen that very often. That's pretty cool. Saving himself, and it looks like he's going to live to fight another day.
He about wrecked it going through the grass in the trial, but trying to catch the lead pack. He is very skewed out, and he's stayed out. He missed pit road.
see if we can see it. I mean, I'd be a little frustrated. Oh, I see that he almost spun it. Yeah, all of a sudden he gets brakes loose. Yeah, that car needs a little help, little love. Oh, he's trying to get on the brakes to slow down for the pace car.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah, it does. You know, mistakes happen. That is a sharp-looking deuce, though, if I can tell you. Sharpest-looking deuce I've ever seen. Before I forget, again, October 7th, you have the ISRL, the Independent Sim Racing League, sponsored by TH Designs, the In-N-Out 160, right here on Twitch.tv on Tuesday nights, starting October 7th. Tune in, tap in, do whatever you need to do, but I hope to see you out here. Again, Robertson going to pit. Give Jacob Malone the lead. Pace car lights are off, and Brayton.
Gary Owen did get that wave around of note, so every driver
Nice.
still on the lead lap. We see Robertson. No, he's going to stay on the lead lap as well with a very torn-up race car. No fast repairs tonight. So that car was not handling great under caution. So I can't wait to see how well that car handles going to 180 plus miles an hour.
Well, I am hopeful he didn't hit anything, so hopefully he can get a fresh set of good years and get back out on the track. But Brayton, do you want to tell us who our top 10 is here as we head back to the green flag?
Yeah, looking at Jacob Malone, Aiden Donahue, your front row, Brad Gutierrez, Minhang, third and fourth, Michael DeWalt, and Colby Hogan. Heck yeah, bro, those two have been going at it all night, throwing punches left and right. They'll start side by side in fifth and sixth. Jonathan Lissa and Connor Rowe. Where are you going to go in seventh and eighth? And then Rob Rousseau, Austin Thomas, ninth and 10th. One driver did not say your points leader and driver needs to finish a couple spots higher. Joe Stafford, currently running 11th.
Joe needs a good finish here. Doesn't matter. Top 10 would be great. Top 7 would be preferred, and we are green, green, green for the finale. Malone out in front. We've seen that in the past. Haven't seen it much here tonight. But he is out in front for now. In pursuit, the 82 and the 84 of Aiden Donahue and Brad Gutierrez. Gutierrez blocking Mike DeWalt. DeWalt having none of it. Taking it 3 wide into 3 and 4.
Malone won a couple weeks ago back at Homestead. Oh, it's yellow flag out already again.
Got another one.
Really?
Floyd Stewart has crashed. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see.
This is already going to be interesting because we were very close to being within the fuel window. So we'll see if anyone tries to go on fuel from here, and this wreck Floyd Stewart, though, is going to get bumper carded by a lot of people, looks like.
Well, it looks like Floyd and the 18 of Kyle Munson. Kyle Munson in that last incident as well. And then Floyd getting bumped by Salyers, and then whoever the hell that car is with the multicolored whatever it is.
The Christian,
I don't know what the hell that is.
Christian
Ruckriegel? What is this?
Yeah, that's...
What is this?
I don't know how we've missed this all night long, but...
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, where did this come from? What the fuck
I don't know
this?
if he did that. You know the movie Cars, how he has that one guy that just like throws a paint job on mid-race? I think Rodrigo came down and just...
I'm more concerned why his car looks so weird. I mean, at this point... Wow, yeah, amazing.
We love the Gears Cup Series.
Gears is great, as the saying goes, and that is our second caution. Cautions breeding cautions right now, and
yes, I was about to say that.
And it looks like
I said, we're getting close to almost being within our fuel window. Some guys are pushing 45, 46 laps. We are right within being about 50. Does that math sound right?
I mean, we're about...
we're 52 laps away?
I don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
I don't have time in scoring, so I'm just doing math out the top of my head. And sometimes
we are 82 laps in, so we are 2 laps before the window would open, proverbially, if we were green. But, you know, that changes the game again. So, They will definitely have to pit one more time. When? That's going to be anybody's guess, especially if they don't pit on this stop now. We will find out here in a second. But again, final race of the year. Brayton Laster in the house. I had more people on the schedule, but with the Discord app being funky, I had to cancel. And again, I'm not going to be like, okay, come back now. It's not a cool thing to do. So,
well, the
Brayton,
drivers are taking advantage of this caution
Yeah.
for a pit stop. I'm also making a pit stop to reheat some Papa John's pizza.
hell
Not
yeah.
a proud sponsor of Brayton Laster, but they should be.
They should be, definitely. Again, he is the pizza man for a reason. I will not stop until Brayton Laster gets a pizza sponsorship. Go heat up that pizza. We'll see you in about 30 seconds. On the front
It's already
row.
heated up, don't you worry.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm quick with
it. Jacob Malone, Brad Gutierrez, Mike DeWalt, Min Hang, Colby Hogan, Jonathan Militia, Joe Stafford, Connor Rowe, Robert Rossello Jr., and Christian Taylor rounding out your top 10. Again, 2 cautions here to speak of tonight. Can't bitch about it. We've had a great run so far, over halfway home, and the conclusion will be here tonight. Again, we'll talk to the podium finishers and then head right into the Gears Racing League Awards show, where we have 5 categories, which 3 of them were voted among the drivers themselves, as well as 2 categories of Driver of the Year and Rookie of the Year. So,
Do we have a broadcast of the year award?
no, if not, if we did, I'd still lose. Nate Williams did a remarkable job on the Sprocket Series this season. I would definitely hand him the trophy. Getting back to green flag action in the Echo Park restart zone. Gears Presents Finale is back, sponsored by Amon Gerbach. And this restart, we're going to give you a loose and loud so Brayton can eat his pizza and I can take a breath. Here you go. Loose and loud coming at you. bringing you back because we just saw it happen. Brayton, very shocked to see that. Joe Stafford now coming down pit road. Right front looks completely done. 57 contention. His championship hopes are fading as we speak, Brayton.
Yeah, not really sure. He's on the radio saying it happened to him in practice. Don't know exactly. He tapped the wall a little bit going to the 1 and 2. I think it broke the car.
That's wild. That is not something I expected to see tonight. Joe been a stalwart near the front of the field all season long.
Mr. Consistent. Whoa. It's going to hurt.
Front row to the back row right now. Unfortunate news for Joe.
I tell you how consistent he's been. This would be his 23rd start this season. This would be his 22nd worst finish.
Wow.
Only four finishes. Sorry to interrupt you. Only four finishes outside the top 10.
That's what I'm saying. He's been quietly flying under the radar until we got to the playoffs, and then that kind of ended because you kind of had to have seen him right at this point. Joe Stafford makes the top 12. He's in contention. This last race of the year has the worst luck for him right now. Currently sitting in 23rd and nearly out of this race as he's trying to get damage fixed. And I know his crew, his pit crew down there, trying to do everything they can to get her back out on the track. But Brayton and I mentioned here while we were talking, getting into a deep therapy session of psychological differences we have. Brad Gutierrez has taken the lead, but Jacob Malone right all over that back bumper break.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to add up the math for the points, figure out who is going to benefit big time. Obviously, Malone and Gutierrez, neither one of them were in the eligible contention for the championship tonight, but this really opens the door for a lot of guys, including Michael DeWalt. He's still going to need some help from drivers like Donahue and Hogan and Min Hang, but it is no longer out of the realm of possibility. So with 34 laps to go, this is getting spicy.
This definitely is getting spicy. Again, Gears Finale sponsored by Amon Gerbach. Brad Gutierrez, Jacob Malone, Mike DeWalt, Jonathan Militia, and Colby Hogan, your top 5 currently. Connor Rowe, Keith Salyers, Min Hang, Robert Rossello Jr., and Jesse Becker, your top 10. And then you see Aiden Donahue, Gary Owen, Jake Cook, Steven Jr., Christian Taylor, your top 15. Again, before I forget, before you get sick of it, again, stick around after the show here, after the post race, for the Gears Racing League award show. Again, we've got 5 categories, which 3 of them were voted by the drivers. We will reveal Rookie of the Year, Driver of the Year, and then your Gears Cup Series champion. And Brad Gutierrez almost going for a ride. Jacob Malone, and then he is in the wall.
He is into the wall.
Jacob Malone.
No, caution. Yeah, see what happens.
Jacob Malone throwing caution to the wind as he takes Gutierrez for a ride and then into the wall. Malone, we've seen him do that before, and he's done it again.
I completely missed that, caught the end of it, but contact from Malone there. Seems something else with Rob Rossello might have happened as well.
Rossello looks like
Rob narrowly missed Brad.
Yeah, looks like he's still hanging on, but Jacob Malone now taking the lead. Now, I don't want to say anybody took anybody out there, but like the nose got under the
contact.
The left rear bumper, and then you saw the rest of it. But Jacob Malone currently is your leader. We'll see if the Gears Race Control does anything about that. I don't think so, but definitely something to look at post-race. But Jacob Malone is in the lead right now with Mike DeWalt, Jonathan Militia, Colby Hogan, and Keaton Salyers. Keaton Salyers, your 2022 Gears Cup Series champion over on NASCAR Heat 5, making a strong play this playoff run to see why he might be in contention in 2026.
A lot of craziness happening here in the closing laps. 30 laps to go here in your 2025 Gears Cup Series finale. I'll give you a running order of how they run.
Yeah,
a couple of them before we get to the final couple laps.
Again, we don't want to know who the champion is, Brayton. We want to reveal that at the end. So let the mystery kind of mix into the soup of the night. That's a terrible analogy, but I'm going with it because, yeah.
Hey, it worked.
It
It worked. It was good.
Yeah, exactly. Road Soda Motorsports battling for second and third. Jonathan Militia passing Mike DeWalt there for second. And I don't know if this is a strategy play or what is going on. Maramom says, good luck, everyone. Yes, sorry to hear about Joe. Joe, yeah, it's definitely a sad conclusion to a wonderful season he had, but never fear, he's going to finish in the top 12, and that's going to pay off for him. So good enough for Joe. But again, obviously disappointed that he's not going to win the championship here tonight. As Brayton mentioned, Mike DeWalt very much in this running now. But he needs that man right behind him to do a worse job, as well as Aiden Donahue to finish outside the top 10. Brayton doing the math, doing the talking.
Got the Militia, and Militia hit the wall there. Coming on turn number 4, trying to chase down Malone. And it won't hurt him that much. 2 tenths quicker last time by. Militia, a man on a mission right here.
He is pissing hot. Closing in on 25 laps to go towards the end of this contest. Again, with week 1 NFL football, the Gears Cup Series finale. This is a great way to cap off the weekend here on Monday night. Jonathan Militia now your leader, as Jacob Malone has pitted with 26 remaining. Road Soda Motorsports back on top 1, 2, and 3. Seems like Gears 2022.
So green flag pit stops coming up here from your leaders. So Colby Hogan in 4th, diving on down, trying to go for the undercut, might overshoot it, gets down just barely. Money stop time with 25 laps left to go.
I mean, at this point, as long as you don't get trapped a lap down, you're going to be all right. I don't think at this point, because you're inside of that 42, 44 lap window, you can pit at any time and be okay. But do you go with a group, or do you set your own tone? Right now, Militia, Salyers, and DeWalt are setting their own tone.
Make or break stop right here to get penalty in your race. Even your championship might be over. Well, you do the undercut right, you play your cards, you get dealt the right hand, you put it all on black and it hits black, and you find yourself either a race winner or a Gears Cup Series champion, if not both.
Whenever I'm about to do something, would an idiot do that?
And that's what you should be questioning here coming. You need to send me that, because that is amazing.
Thank you.
Again, Brayton Laster quick on the soundboard and having a good time doing it. Jonathan Militia, Keaton Salyers, Mike DeWalt, Min Hang. Looks like Jay Cook, the only 5 now that have not pitted and are going all in right now. All in. But will it pay off? That is the question.
Different.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to throw your balls out there. Put the balls to the wall. If they stick, you should shout. Again, Brayton doesn't say that. I say that. None of what I say, Brayton agrees with or sponsors. This is all independent. Please, sponsors, sponsor this man, especially Papa John's. Somebody with a fucking pizza company sponsor this man.
The worst part is I don't know what half of these soundboards do. You know, so I don't want to be the one.
Oh, you can press them. I don't care, man. This is. Oh, probably not that one. But that's all right. That's all right. He pressed it. We're good with it. Jonathan Militia is still your leader, and that's kind of fitting. Again, Morrisville, North Carolina native, dating to marry. And if you wanted them hoes, we don't want it.
He's a NASCAR spotter.
He is a NASCAR spotter. He definitely is.
Yep.
Totally.
He spotted me at Charlotte.
Oh, next year? What? Is he going to do it next year?
I don't know if he did it. He did. I think he did it last year. This year?
He did.
He did it last year? Okay. I thought it was him. Yeah, he might do it. I don't know if I'm running Charlotte. He might. I might. Who knows? He might trade spots. I think I'd be good at spotting.
No, I think you're a better driver than you would be spotting. Definitely have a good broadcasting career ahead of you if you decide to go that route. Again, iRacing emailed me back asking for a reel. I was not prepared for that because I never thought they would email me back. So that was pretty cool. No, dude, like, come on, like, no, like, I was shooting in the dark and it stuck, and I'm like, oh shit, I was not expecting that at all. So.
No, yeah, I did something. Here's a 2-second clip because that's only 2-second clip I can find of me not screaming. Hey, Keaton Sawyer's 22nd, right behind Melissa. They still got a pit. Don't let that fool you.
You know, even if they get a late caution, they're still going to have to pit regardless. They can't make it to the end. But I applaud the effort, and I applaud, actually, I should say I respect the fact that they're just running it out. Like, they're just running it out. They're letting it happen. And you got to respect it. Again, their tires are good enough for it. Why not? Run it out. And these guys have exceeded expectations here tonight. Again, Militia, Salyers, Hang, Cook, and Donahue, your top 5, with Thomas, Malone, Owen, Becker, and DeWalt. You're rounding out your top 10.
I tell you, Austin Thomas still has to pit. He was a driver that came in late after that quick second caution and topped up his tank. Still yet to pit.
Bruh.
Not sure how he's left down in Josh. It's a no curious without pitting. As Melissa down pit road this time by.
Yep, and Salyers now in the lead. Min Hang still out there as well, laying it out on the line for the MH Designs number 11 Ford Mustang. But it looks like everybody's trying to catch up, and they are doing so quickly, trying to get their lap back.
Caution right now definitely shake things up a little bit. I hope it doesn't happen. Of note, Christian McRegal, he will DNF for night. He's taking it to the garage. I'm not sure if he got a penalty there.
Who was that? Can you repeat that?
Came down for Christian McRegal.
Oh, bummer. Womp womp. That sucks.
I know. Anyways.
Yeah,
the paint scheme isn't on track anymore. What a shame.
No, what a shame. Keaton Salyers still out in front. He's going to run out of gas here pretty soon. Min Hang battling off everybody else. I was going to say something else, but it's going to sound really, really wrong. Jay Cook in third, Aiden Donahue fourth, Mike Donahue, Mike DeWalt fifth, Jacob Malone sixth, Gary Owen, Austin Thomas, Jesse Becker, and Colby Hogan rounding out your top 10. Now, it's not likely tonight Mike DeWalt is going to win. But you gotta believe that it could be Aiden Donahue. Aiden Donahue, 6 poles, 6 wins, trying to make it number 7.
Do you believe in life after life? Of note, Jonathan Melissa, Precious, that was a very high note. I'll give myself that.
Yeah.
Quickest or freshest tires of anyone on this cycle, currently 6. Went to cycle through, about past 2 birds of 1 stone, around Austin Thomas, around Jesse Becker, in that 5150 Storm machine. Melissa picked up 3 birds, goes around Min Hang as well.
Wow.
Min Hang, driver actually was yet to pit, so Melissa on that fresh rubber, he might be able to chase down Donahue. He's about half a corner behind. Mike DeWalt, I believe, only took 2 tires. He's currently running second of the drivers that have already pit. And Keaton Sawyer's out front and in command, but Min Hang and Jay Cook, second, third. Sawyer's all have to pit. They're at 46 laps in this run, coming to around 10 laps to go. So
Damn.
I don't think they're going to be good by any means.
No, not at all, as we are approaching next lap. 10 laps to go. Keaton Salyers out in front. Jay Cook, Min Hang, Aiden Donahue, Mike DeWalt, your top 5. Jacob Malone, Jonathan Nisha, Gary Owen, Jesse Becker, and Colby Hogan, your top 10. Again, before we leave this program here tonight, you will know who the champion will be. We will show that on the Gears Awards show, due to follow after this race. Again, we are going to get post-race interviews with our podium sitters here tonight, and then right in to the Gears Award Show. Again, our first real award show that we've ever put on. What we felt as the fans, the drivers, and myself, I feel like we deserve it. It's been a great year. It's been a great season. A lot to talk about going into 2026. But Salyers,
from
go
second.
ahead. Keaton
Jay Cook
Salyers
pitting
as
from
well.
second and don't bring Keaton down with him. Yes, everyone's on down. And Tom, I'm just disappointed you guys did not rent out the Nashville Convention Center for the Gears.
Yeah, I
award
mean,
ceremony. But
we talked
maybe we can do
about
it
it.
next year.
Nobody
yeah, I would
wanted to
check the
sign the
budget.
lease. I didn't want to pay the deposit. There was a lot of moving pieces that we couldn't get connected here. Maybe next year.
We'll talk to Nate about that.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Oh, yellow flag is out!
Oh, no,
Oh.
and it's Min Hang. He has crashed, and let's back that ass up and see what we can see on caution number 3. I can count tonight. Let's see what
Min
happened to
just
Min Hang.
came out of the pits on cold tires, so... Oh, it's going to be the number 18 of Kyle Munson involved in
Kyle
this one again.
Munson doing the trifecta, but this time on the receiving end, getting packed in that rear bumper, and Min Hang just, I don't know, it just did not work out for him. We'll play it back one more time. Go ahead, Brayton.
This is going to shake a lot of things up. Donahue's currently your leader, Mike DeWalt, and Melissa second, third, Malone, and Gary Owen rounding out your top 5. But do you pit? Do you take 2? Do you take 4? Do you fix your car? Is it good enough? Do you make it work?
I mean,
There's less than 10 laps to go. What do you do?
with technically 5 drivers still in this thing, there's a lot that could happen here tonight. We could extend this thing out another 20, 30 minutes with this end.
We got an hour and 15 in the session.
Yeah, we've got time, baby. We can do whatever we want. And that pretty much helps Keaton Salyers a lot, and Floyd Stewart. Floyd Stewart, both these two guys are on the front row, so I imagine some bullshit is going to happen here pretty soon. And I don't mean that as any slight to these drivers, but it's crazy if they've pitted or they pitted previously and they're still out there.
So
Let me
Keaton was
guess another
on
late
pit
yellow.
road when Min Hang wrecked, so that's how
Okay.
he was able to stay on the lead lap because
Wow, okay.
yeah, had that caution came out. Floyd Stewart, on the other hand, has 20 laps on his tires, and he's shooting from half court here, hoping for a win.
I mean, why not,
But
right?
hey,
This is the
You
finale.
miss
Anything can
100
happen.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That is right. Tom
And we're in
Cookie
Vegas.
Keaton. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of him. I'm not. Calm down. It's not like that. Floyd Stewart, again, former Horseboat Motorsports driver on his own now. Second place right now for him. Again, 20-lap old tires. We'll see how he does on the restart. But this is an exciting time here for the finale. If there was an exciting finish, this is going to be it. Neurospike says, good night, Gears crew. Thanks for a great season of racing. Thank you for being a part of it. And joining us in the booth and out in the crowd, we appreciate that immensely. Alex Degg, we've had a really good race tonight. I think only 3, maybe 4. Is this caution number 4 or caution number 3? I think it's
3.5.
We'll say 3.5. All right. Lights are out. Keaton Salyers choosing the outside lane. And Brayton, one more time, give us our top 10 as we enter, hopefully, the final caution of the night.
Yeah, with round 6 left to go, it's going to be Keaton Salyers and Floyd Stewart on your front row. Colby Hogan and Jay Cook, 3rd and 4th. Jacob Malone, Connor Rowe, 5th and 6th. And Donahue, Jonathan Melissa, there 7th and 8th. And Austin Dowdy and Michael DeWalt, 9th and 10th. And I won't spoil who's who, but I'll say the championship right now is a matter of 3 spots.
That is crazy. That is insane to think about. As everybody gets gridded up and in formation. Again, it's kind of a melancholy feeling for me because, it's the end of the Gears Cup season. But it really, it's been a great year.
There's some
I'm
chaos
Yeah.
on pit road here. Brad Gutierrez trying to get an EOL as they're going to extend the caution and short this out to see the outside line. Not formed up.
I see that. So it looks like they're going to take one more lap to get it right, which I'd rather they get it right than just go green and make chaos. Understood. As they get set to go back to green flag racing again. As we mentioned, this is the last race of the year. But never fear. We got you starting Tuesdays, October 2nd or 7th. Right here on twitch.tv for the ISRL, the Independent Sim Racing League, hosting the In-N-Out 160. Same bat time, same bat channel right here on twitch.tv.
It's showtime.
It is showtime. Everybody seems to be lined up looking bueno. Again, looking for muy bueno workers. Min Hang getting... looks like leaving pit lane as we speak. But yeah, it looks like they are good to go. Again, to note, 19 on fresh tires, 51 on 20 lap old tires being run down by the rest of this field. We will see how it shakes up. Colby Hogan is right there.
I think
a lot of things can happen.
Hogan did a drive through a pit road last time too. He does not have fresh tires on that machine. Shabushi was able to hang on.
Gears presents the finale, sponsored by Amon Gerbach, going back green, right here, right now.
It's the old tires on the inside that don't get a good launch. Hogan trying to get around Floyd Stewart. Yellow flag, he is out.
Did you happen to get a look at yourself when you're on track right after that caution fell?
I'm not seeing it.
Not sure. I'm not seeing anybody
Debris?
affected. Was it Debris? Joe Stafford on pit road. What do we got?
Michael DeWalt says he hit the wrong button. He meant to clear everyone's black flags.
Whoa, what a loser.
Well, I'll tell you. This is going to set us up for an overtime, or at least a green white check or an attempt.
Oh no, Mike pulled an Alex Dagg from a couple years ago. I think it was at Sonoma or Coda. I think one of the two road courses. Oh, at the worst possible time.
It didn't change the running order too much. It's going to take away the amount of laps. You saw the bobble there from the inside, Colby Hogan and Floyd Stewart.
Not a total flop here.
Yes. Jay Cook did get around second place of Floyd. So now your second row, third and fourth of Stewart and Hogan will both be on old tires. So that'll allow Rowe and Malone to either go or check up when you go green here. Push them or go around them. It's your choice.
Brutal. Again, Tyler Steiner in race control here tonight. That actually adds to the damage, which I shouldn't have mentioned, but you know, here we are. We're going to mention it. Again, clearing black flags, trying to help with the rest of the field get caught up. Again, those black flags, I know, Brayton, you can attest to this. Sometimes iRacing just does stupid things that you don't want it to do, and it's a part of the system, and it happens.
So as we're talking about all of this as well, Good Guy Award goes to Keaton Sawyers, who took a black flag. It got cleared, but he took a black flag on the restart for a reason as your leader, because he was technically up on the entire field when the caution flag came out, and he would have lapped the whole field, and then everyone would have gotten a wave round, and we would have had a complete single file restart that time by.
Oh my goodness.
So Keaton decided to let him get too wide and just have him clear the penalty. So that could have been very interesting.
We got a fan in the chat.
Very interesting.
Got a fan in the chat for you, Mr. Last. Yes, we do.
Oh!
It says, Brayton, you better beat Cletus this weekend at Bristol.
I was right. I need tire money.
He needs tire money. Sponsor his ass. He needs tire money. If I made more Benjamins, I would hook this guy up, but we need your support. Where is Sarah McLaughlin and where are those dogs? We need a commercial. We need all of that. Again, these are not thoughts or representations of Brayton Laster or anybody else.
Overtime.
For that matter. NASCAR.
1 of 3 overtimes
Whatever.
coming up right here.
Yeah, 1 of 3 overtimes it is. Jay Cook, Keaton Salyers on the front row. Floyd Stewart, Colby Hogan, Connor Rowe, Jacob Malone, Aiden Donahue, Jonathan Militia, Gary Owen, Austin Dowdy. Austin Dowdy, again, another notable guy who hasn't been around a whole lot. But here for the finale, I would say a great golfer on the Horse Boat and Friends Golf Tour. Got a few of those guys in this field. Here we
I'll
go,
tell you
Jay
right
Cook.
now,
Go ahead.
we're gonna be looking and watching Colby Hogan on those old tires. He was able to hang on. Aiden Donahue, though, is the closest competitor as we get ready to go green for our first and hopefully last overtime of the 2025 Gears Cup Series.
You know, I'm a glutton. I would like one more. Flag
Maybe
man.
2 more.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Flag man got his green flag. He is ready to go. Jay Cook and Keaton Salyers leading us down for what may be the final time in 2025 for Gears Presents the Finale,
Green,
sponsored by Amon Gerbach.
Wow, launch from the outside, and that's Keaton Salyers and Colby Hogan already up in second, going into turn 1.
Again, if they can make it around one more time, it will show the white flag and they will race back to the line for the winner.
Hogan hoping it stays green. And Donahue's looking 3 wide bottom into turn 3. Hogan gets pushed up the racetrack. He's stuck 3 wide. Here comes Donahue. It's showtime. Donahue, as they come around and get the white flag.
White flag is out. It is everyone for themselves. Keaton Salyer, Jacob Malone, Jonathan Militia, Jay Cook, and Colby, hell yeah, brother Hogan. Your top 5. Connor Rowe, Donahue, Munson, Owen, and Thomas, your top 10. Oh,
Hogan around in the back.
Hogan's wrecked. Gary Owen is wrecked. Shit is hitting the fan. Keaton Salyers coming around to 3 and 4. He will be your winner of Gears Presents the Finale, sponsored by Amon Gerbach. The 2022 Gears Cup Series champion has stolen the hearts and minds of the finale and will be your winner to close out the 2025 season. Let's go back while we can and break that accident down real quick. So we got the blimp cam coming out of 2. Things getting crazy. Gary Owen, Munson, Thomas. Chaos just going everywhere. Let's see it from another angle of Christian Taylor. Chaos already ensuing. Him and Gutierrez getting involved in some lovemaking. Oh, and getting pounded by Min Hang. One more time from Gary Owen's perspective. Again, already in the mix. Getting hit and then taking Rosello for a ride. That was probably one of the craziest wrecks of 2025. But your winner, Keaton Salyers. Time to celebrate your unofficial top 10 to the left side of your screen. And the Gears Cup Series post-race show begins in 30 seconds. All right, so Keaton Salyers, your winner for tonight's race. Jacob Malone in second, Jay Cook, Jonathan Militia, Aiden Donahue, Connor Rowe, Mike DeWalt, Austin Downey, Steven Jr., and Colby Hogan. Your top 10 points are being worked out right now. Brayton Laster still with me. And Brayton, what was your thought there with 1 to go?
We knew it was going to get spicy. We knew people were going to, send it there. You had old tires, you had new tires, you had some not so new and some not so old tires, kind of all mixed and mingled and matched together. Well, they didn't match very well. We saw chaos coming off of turn 2 and multiple playoff drivers, Gary Owen and Colby Hogan, a couple others as well. Mike DeWalt made it on through. But, it's a classic, another barn burner 2025. Not only finale for the Cup Series, but as a whole, there's been a lot of great races all year long. And I think we ended the season with a bang there.
I mean, literally a bang. I did not expect the last lap to kind of conclude in that fashion. It was pretty amazing. And yes, I will take a drink just for you. Let's get into the booth here, getting into the post-race show again. Brayton Laster with me. I am Tom Torrey. Going to do a shot here. Got some apple pie. Oh, shit. I've already got it loaded. Here we go. Again, go pack go. Here we go. It looks like Jay Cook is not available. I don't know if he's going to join us or not. But again, stick around. We've got the post-race show and the award show coming up right after. Brayton, you're more than welcome to hang out if you choose. But let's talk to the second place finisher tonight of Jacob Malone. Jacob, you finished second here tonight. Congratulations on the finale. Way to go. You've had a strong season. You were working your way in the playoffs. I know you joined kind of midway through, and you really did a great job of earning that spot. Jacob, second place. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Season's over. Good to kind of get some weight off my shoulders a little bit and finish the race. Especially after a overall poor playoff run. This is a good turnaround, especially at the end. A bit too late, but good win for Keaton though. That was a good win for him. Wish I had 4 at the end there. Probably would have been able to do something, although maybe not. But yeah, good drive from him. Made a mistake earlier in the race, washed up into him, which hurt him, of course. But other than that, I think I drove a pretty good race. Felt confident. If we just never had any yellows, it was going to be a race between me and Aiden. I had enough to make it on just a 2-stop, or a 3-stop, one or the other. So it would have been between me and Aiden because we were on the same strategy.
Fantastic. Well, Jacob, congratulations on a second place finish. I know you started 7th. You had a great job. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, let's give a shout out to you guys. It's the final race of the season. Put this all together for us. So I'd like to congratulate you guys on, staying with us, dealing with our little crapshoots, and, putting on a good show.
Yeah, you guys did a wonderful job. And we got Jay Cook in the booth who finished 3rd here tonight. Jacob, we'll keep you with us here while we're hanging out. Jay, finishing 3rd here tonight, started 16th, had a wonderful run here towards the end of that McDonald's 94. How are you feeling after the finale?
Feeling pretty darn great after that finish. I wasn't feeling too hot at the start of the race, but was able to figure out saving the tires, able to figure out driving the track, and then I got to thank physics in my chat because he told me to just stay out as long as possible and hope for a yellow. And the second I hit the pit lane, the yellow came out, and that saved me from there. I was able to stay in the top 5, and then just off the final 2 restarts was able to hold position, thankfully, with taking 2 tires. So it was a really great way to end the race.
Brayton, you got any questions for Jay?
Jay, man, you sat there and you talked about that strategy. Vegas is a track where typically the undercut worked. You talked about that caution or undercut is preferred. That caution comes out, completely changes your pace. Was there any point where you were starting to regret that decision up until the caution came out?
Pretty much the whole time I was doing it, I was like, I don't think I want to pull this strategy at all. I had decided immediately that I wanted to run a little bit longer than everybody because I saved my tires a bit better on that run. And so I wanted to pit with about 15-ish to go for 2 tires and just see what I could do. And then decided to just run it as long as I could. And I was really regretting it when I hit pit road. And then I put it into my box and the yellow came out. So it wound up working out in the end. And it got me my best finish of the year, which obviously is a really great way to end my rookie season. So
hell yeah.
Also really excited about that too. So,
well, congratulations on a 3rd place finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I'll give a shout out to Physics in my chat. Probably the few of the other Smiley Face Inc. guys that are also in Nitro that probably also were together. Like, let's tell them to stay out. So I'll give a shout out to them. Shout out to my chat. Shout out to you, Thomas, for commentating this entire season and for putting on a show for everybody to watch for Gears. You do a fantastic job in the booth. I always enjoy going back and watching your streams after the races and just seeing the kind of silly shit you get up to in the booth while you broadcast these races. So thank you for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, a good amount of alcohol will do that for you. Jay, we'll keep you here in the booth and hang out with us, as we've got a ton of people in the broadcast waiting room, and they don't know it yet, but I'm going to bring all their asses in here for the awards show. So let's talk to the winner. I know he's been waiting a long time. The winner of Gears Presents the Finale, Keaton Salyers, bringing it home here tonight, taking home his first win in a few years, I should say. Keaton, how are you feeling after this run here tonight?
Let's go! Dude, finally, after years. Oh, dude, that caution came out at such a perfect moment. I had everyone a lap down, pulled onto pit road. As soon as I hit pit road, caution comes out. So I'm like, I was going to take a splash and go, just hoping I'd get a good finish or possibly a win. And then as soon as that caution came out, I was like, I'm throwing 4 freshies on this bad boy because I know I'm staying out because I'm still in the lead lap. And then everyone pitted. I went back to the front and oh my goodness, I had such a fast car tonight.
It was a lightning rod in that body armor 19 Ford Mustang. Brayton, you got any questions for him?
I mentioned it's been a long season for the Keaton. A lot of ups and downs. Only a couple top 5 finishes on the year, but when you have such a long season like this, where you have a lot of ups and downs, to finally get a win, not only a win, but a win, in the biggest race of the year, the championship finale, what does that mean?
Oh, it means a lot. It really does. Like, I can't wait to get back in this number 19 machine. If I get the 19 again, I'm coming back 19 machine. Don't know if I'm gonna be on a new team or no team, but oh my goodness, this season was definitely up and down. A lot of downers, really. I had some really good races, a lot of bad races. But this race, it made up for the entire season. I don't even care if I was in the playoffs. I wasn't in the playoffs. It was a masterful race for me. I had so much fun tonight.
I mean, we started to question that you were staying out, and you continued to stay out. And Brayton and I were like, okay, well, what's this game plan here? And then, you had to have Lady Luck fall your way, and Vegas was fortunate to you tonight. You are a winner. Again, congratulations, brother. A good win in a long time. Our 2022 Gears Cup Series champion back in victory lane to end the finale in 2025. What a way to finish a season here at Gears. And we are not done. We are not fucking done yet. Don't you dare leave. We've got an awards show here coming up in just a moment. Again, we're going to bring everybody into this booth.
Girls.
Brayton is wearing booby tassels. We're going to get that on camera here tonight. It's going to be great. I hope you all, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. But we're going to bring more people into the booth here as we go here tonight. Again, drivers, you are more than welcome to stay and hang out with us as we go through this program. But again, we don't know right now who has won the Gears Championship. I think I know who's won. But again, we're going to get to that in just a moment. I know you know who won, but let's start bringing in people.
The winner
now.
knows who won. He was doing donuts. So they know. I think you're the one that doesn't know, Tom.
I may be the one that is clueless, as well as other drivers. Mike DeWalt joining us in the booth here right now. Going to bring in Jonathan Militia as well, as we're slowly going to trickle in all these drivers. Again, Brayton and company, I think they know who the winner is or the champion is. We're not going to present that at the moment here, but Mike, John, Road Soda Motorsports had a strong run tonight here. How are you feeling after it's all said and done here in the finale?
Doing pretty good, man.
Yeah. I'll let John go first.
Oh, we're doing great. We had a good run tonight. We were strong all night.
I mean, you guys both had exceptional cars. You did. You really did. And then shit hit the fan on the final lap. I know Brayton kind of knows what happened in the comms. Can you guys give us a little breakdown of the chaos that unfolded there on the final lap?
Racing on the final lap of the season. That's all you got to say, really. But I mean, I thought that was an awesome race. I mean, a lot of stuff happened towards the end, but that's kind of to be expected. A lot of drama. But really hard racing. I don't know what you can ask for more than that. That was a hell of a race.
What a way to end the season. Again, hats off to everybody involved in this. Again, Gears Cup Series ending the race here tonight. Oh, I just got it. So here we go. Whew. Feels so good. We're going to go back out here. I'll give you a second to rearrange your thoughts as we transition. That's the worst way I could put it. But transition into the Gears Cup Series award show. Again, that's going to take us just a second to conclude and get going, as I'm trying to put in a slide here before we get going to let you all know what is happening. And actually, I'm just going to put it here because that's where it belongs. But again, 2025 has concluded here for the Gears Cup Series. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year of racing. Again, 25 weeks of hard racing action. Again, I could probably word it better, but I'm doing multiple things here at the moment. But again, we are concluded, and it's been a wonderful ride and an exciting one here as we end up with a champion. That is a beaut. All right. So let's bring it back in now for the Gears Award Show here 2025. Hope you like the look of the booth. Changed it up just for y'all. And let's bring in more of these guys that are hanging out in the booth. Let's bring in Aiden Donahue. Let's bring in Connor Rowe. Let's bring in Jacob Malone. Let's bring in everyone. Kyle Munson. Let's bring in Rob Rosello. Let's bring in Ryan Robertson. Let's bring in Steven Jr. All a part of this broadcast. This is probably the biggest booth we have ever had here on Gears, but nonetheless, it's going to be awesome. So let's get this started with the cleanest driver of the year. Cleanest driver of the year, that means you had the least amount of incidents. Now, that is super important along the way, just because, you know, you don't want to get tagged for stuff with our penalty book. Because, Mike, I know you're the president here. You can attest to this. If you start getting in trouble with our rule book, we do not hold any punches.
Yeah. You do some stupid stuff, you get stupid prizes.
That is right. So, again, the lowest incident points in Gears in 2025 with 120x. Your winner of the Cleanest Driver of the Year award will be Jesse Becker. Congratulations, Jesse. You are a winner. Again, you will get a nice monetary prize. Can we get the soundboard for clapping? Can anybody access that so I don't have to do that? That would be amazing. I need that in my life right now. Hey, I love it. Thank you, Peanut Gallery, for that. Again, congratulations, Jesse Becker, Cleanest Driver of the Year. All right. Sound like Matthew McConaughey. Next up, we have the biggest mover of the year. Again, this driver, I should say, passed the most cars in 2025. This person is none other than the jailbird himself, Brad Gutierrez, biggest mover of the year 2025. Congratulations to him on that and his achievement for being a big mover. Does that sound right? I don't know if that sounds right. All right, another category which I kind of like is I call it the mid award, most improved driver. And the man who is not here tonight due to having another child, bring another daughter in the world. Congratulations. He has 7 top 10s and 2 top 5s, much improved from 2024. Your 2025 most improved driver will be Travis Stroney. Travis Stroney in the 14 Mobil 1 Ford Mustang, your most improved driver of the year. And now, in those 3 categories, and anybody can jump in here, this was voted on by the drivers. So everybody, they could vote for themselves if they felt like it, but at this, vote for the top 5 that we had mentioned in there. If they were themselves, they could vote for themselves, obviously. But definitely open to the drivers, and these are the drivers who have voted. Now to the Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year, big contender this season front runner, championship contender. Your Rookie of the Year had 6 poles this season and 6 wins to boot. Your 2025 Rookie of the Year is the number 82 of Aiden Donahue. Congratulations, Aiden Donahue, being Rookie of the Year in 2025. No claps? You guys are assholes. All right, there we go.
We love you, Aiden.
Wait, do I have a
Thanks,
clap?
man.
Yeah, it was a joke. It
Love
was
you
a
guys
joke.
too.
All right, so the driver of the year in 2025, again, had insatiable ratings. A guy that was up front most of the year, and your regular season champion, your 2025 driver of the year, is the 10 of Colby Hogan. Congratulations, Colby. You are the Gears Cup Series driver of the year. I love that. I love that. Perfect.
Good job, Colby.
I love that even more. All right. And I think, again, everybody for this, they get a monetary prize for being considered in that category. Again, congratulations to all of those drivers who have partaken and who has won here. So, again, we'll replay that out before we leave tonight. We'll refresh you on who those people are who won those categories. But now the moment we've all been waiting for tonight. We have crowned, finally, a Gears Cup Series champion, a new Gears Cup Series champion. I think most, if you're in the league or a part of the Discord, you understand it is what it is. And is one of the great things. Our 2025 Rookie of the Year and your Gears Cup Series champion, the 82 of Aiden Showtime Donahue, freshly married and freshly a champion in that golden black 82 Chevrolet Camaro. Again, he is your Gears Cup Series champion. And congratulations to him on a wonderful season here at Gears.
Let's go. Thank you.
Nice car.
Again, Aiden, I know we got you in the booth here, Aiden. 6 wins, 6 poles. Had a great night here tonight at Las Vegas. What does winning the Gears Cup Series mean to you?
A lot, everything. It's what I tried to do ever since I started. I knew after Dover we were good in the Gen 6, and then I finally got that Gen 7 win, and after that I've just been working on it and getting better every race. And if you told me I was going to be a champion after Daytona, I'd have told you you're just a straight up liar, because 73 points behind to have a comeback like that is not only hard but almost impossible. And it's a shame that what happened to Colby there. It would have been a lot closer if he didn't get wrecked out there. But I'm so happy. My wife's in the room with me right now. I got a whole bunch of people in my chat waiting to see if you guys claim the championship. We did. So everybody, we won the championship. We did it, and it feels awesome.
Brayden, you got anything for him?
You went fast, turned left, you survived, most importantly. And that was a pretty close battle coming down to it. You were on the outside looking, and I was doing a running tally throughout the race, man. And that was awesome. It was 33 spots was the difference going to that green-white checkered.
Yeah, when I got I think it was Mike washed up into Brad and Brad washed up into me. It gave me wheel damage, and I pitted to fix it, and I was like, uh-oh, that's it. But nonetheless, we got it. Fortunately, I don't know how, it was really close. I Lightning McQueened it. We got all the damage fixed just as the leaders were getting to me, so I was able to kind of just pick them off one by one. And nonetheless, it was a amazing battle all season, and I'm glad it came down to the last race and I even had a chance. If Colby raced Richmond, you guys would be saying that he's a champion right now.
Yeah, and missing Labor Day I think was huge for some of these drivers. Again, Colby Hogan especially, but you are the Gears Cup Series champion. You get to retain that 82 if you'd like going into 2026, and you get to go into next season with that bravado of already been there, done that, ready to climb that mountain again.
Yeah.
One more time, anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
First and foremost, my number one fan and supporter, my wife. She's been behind me throughout all of this. Obviously, my Showtime guys in my chat right now, and honestly, you guys. you guys have made it a lot of fun. I go back and watch all your guys' streams after the race, like when you guys post it on YouTube. Y'all are funny as hell and keep it serious. So I'm hoping to come back next year and be a part of it again, because you guys actually make it worthwhile.
Well, I think, I can't speak for everybody on the admin team, but that we do appreciate that feedback quite a bit. Again, you are the Gears Cup Series champion. Go ahead and celebrate and enjoy this time. You deserve it. Again, we got a lot of people in the booth here. I don't want to take up too much time. Gary Owen, I know you're in here. Connor Rowe. Looks like Kyle Munson, Rob Rossello. Any thoughts for you guys before we close it out here tonight?
Sorry, Colby. It was net code, but I did not. I mean, there was zero intention there of taking him out on that final
He's
lap.
lying. I was in the chat with him. He told me he's going to do it. He's lying. He's lying.
I was like, I'm going to right hook this guy right here. Poor Colby. It just kind of happened there. Contact with the 18. I washed up, and I was trying to keep off Colby. Didn't happen, obviously. And, it was just chaos.
It was not Modelo time.
It was a wild time at Las Vegas. Again, everybody rolling the dice here tonight, as a lot of people say here at Vegas, but some people striking rich, some people going home broke. Gears Cup Series, Gears Racing League, hell of a season. Tip of the cap. Again, with everybody here, Brayton Laster, myself, Tom Torrey, a.k.a. the Horse Boat, wishing you well this holiday season. Again, Horse Boat Holiday Series coming out this fall. Stay tuned for that. I don't know when the hell it's going to happen. We will keep you posted here and then get it out there. Again, Aiden Donahue is your Gears Cup Series champion, and we'll close out letting you know who else has won the category. Again, for the Gears Cup Series, I am Tom Torrey, over and out. We will see you in Daytona in 2026.